how much money did you spend the first time that you spent money on the game?
I want to say, like, it started off with 1,000. The worst part is getting the weapon from 19 to 20 itself was also $2,000 by itself. Because
Total, if you had to put together everything that you've spent on the game total, like if you want to look at the founders packs, the armor, the weapons, the jewelry, the engravings, the gems, the skins, the cards, everything, all of the stuff that you've put together and everything that you've spent money on, how much?
I don't know the exact amount, but I want to guess.
Or do you not want to know?
I both. That's why I kind of ignore my bank account at the moment. So I want to guess around between 12 to 15K around there.
$12,000 to $15,000, and this game's only been out a month. Gentlemen, today I have something that I've wanted to do for quite a while. Today, what I'm going to do is I am going to find the highest item level player that I can possibly find, and I, if they are willing to, am going to interview them live on stream and talk about their experience whaling in Lost Ark. Yo, what up? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, man. Well, this has been something I've been waiting for quite a while. And for anybody who doesn't know, right now, what I'm going to be doing here is we're going to be talking to a, quote, Giga Whale. This is somebody with an extremely high item level. And today we are talking to Assi. Now, Assi, do you want to introduce yourself to the audience here and give a little bit of backstory to who you are?
Yeah, sure. So I am Assi. I was formerly known as Assi Peanut Brittle on Twitch until I hit partner.
Okay.
Switched my name to Assi. I have no idea how Twitch allowed this. I DM'd them and was like, yeah. I'm like, hey, can I get the name Assi? And they're like, yeah, sure.
They just let it get through. Good job.
Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. I started off playing a lot of gacha games, streaming that. Like, a lot of my emos are from Genshin, as some people may know.
So did you say Genshin is kind of like a gateway drug into spending money onto Lost Ark? Because I've heard that from a number of people.
Yes, it is. It is a goddamn trap, and I don't recommend anybody to do it.
Well, let's say in your situation, how much did you spend on Genshin Impact?
Ooh. At least 10K. And I regret all of it.
and over how long did you spend that 10K over? Was it over like a month, a year, 2 years?
Yeah, ever since the very first day that the game came out.
Okay.
I've basically been spamming my wallet.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot of money. And so now you moved over to Lost Ark. And did you play Lost Ark at all before it came over here to the West?
No, I have not. I have never touched it in Russia or Korea before. I was actually kind of on the fence of playing it.
Yeah.
But quite a few of my streamer friends actually convinced me to. So that's why I'm here.
It's a smart idea. It's a good game to stream. Definitely.
Yeah.
And so
definitely.
What do you think made you want to actually, because I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume that you've actually spent real money in Lost Ark too.
Yes.
You have spent real money
all the way.
Okay. And so why did you decide to do that?
So at first it was very calm. I wasn't going to swipe that much. I actually bought all the founder packs, like every single one. And I was like, okay, this is good for now.
And so how much was that?
Yeah. It was like 200 and something, 220 or something like that.
Which isn't a lot if you spent 10K on Genshin.
Yeah, exactly. It's nothing compared to Genshin, which is why I kind of did it in the first place.
yeah, exactly. So like, it's like the anchoring there. It's like you have to spend 10K, and it's like, oh, it's only $200. That's pretty cheap for a game.
Yeah, exactly. So I pretty much played the game completely normal. I actually didn't swipe for like the first couple days. And then at the end of tier 2, when I was pushing for tier 3, I actually ran into a thing I like to call rage swiping.
Yes.
Where I failed 9 70% in a row. And I won a 70%, and then I lost in the very next 70%. So I was like, you know what? fuck this, and I just swiped my credit card.
And
that's
how
when it all
much
started.
how much money did you spend the first time that you spent money on the game?
I want to say, like, it started off with 1,000.
Yeah.
And then it just kept evolving. Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, there is actually $1,000 swiping limit per day in this game. Or else, yes, there's only 1,000 swiping limit, and then, well, quote unquote only. And then, so when you try to purchase more, it just keeps spamming you with purchase failed.
Yeah, so Rich messaged me about this. Do you know who Rich Campbell is?
Yes, of course I do.
And so Rich actually would message me on Discord every single day for me to buy royal crystals on my account and then send them over to him because he wasn't able to spend enough money on the game per day that he thought was, acceptable. So yeah, I've heard about this situation before. So it's at the very end of tier 2, you ran into a situation where you just kept getting unlucky, and you were just like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna spend the money."
Yes, exactly.
So you get into tier 3. Now you're 1302 item level. You're leveling up. How far did you get into tier 3 until you realized that you wanted to spend a little bit more money?
Probably around 1340, I think, is when I started swiping again. I was just pushing for like the 1370 weapon.
Yes.
And the weapon is the most expensive to swipe for. So once I got that out of the way, I was like, you know what? The gear is a lot cheaper. I'll just go that way.
So it's, that makes sense, right? Because you already spent a lot of money on the weapon, so it's really only downhill from there. And so that makes sense, yeah. So on just the weapon alone, to get the weapon alone to 1370, how much?
To be completely honest, I have forgotten. But I want to guess maybe 1,500, 1,000, something like that. I've been swiping so much, I kind of like lose track.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense, right? Because you're just spending so much money, and it's just like it's coming in, it's going out, it's coming in, it's going out. Like, I mean, it's just money going all over the place, right? And so, yeah, it makes sense. So between $1,000 and $2,000 you spent on the weapon just by itself to get the weapon up to 1370.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I think it's more expensive. It's more expensive nowadays too, because when I swiped, it was like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So the hype for pushing for Argos was a little like still dead. So
so in a way,
pretty expensive.
by swiping for the 1,500, you actually saved money.
Yes, actually.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So
actually.
being impatient actually works.
So he was actually smart, and he only had to spend 1,500. How much do you think somebody would have to spend now to do it, equivalently, to get the weapon from 1340 to 1370?
I want to say I haven't really paid attention to the prices, but I'm pretty sure at least 2K at this point. I could be completely wrong though.
Wow, that is a lot of fucking money. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. The worst part is getting the weapon from 19 to 20 itself was also $2,000 by itself. Because the rate for 19 to 20 is 3%. 6% with max solars. And maxing solars, you gain 4% pity. And I pitied all the way. I lost 6%, and 18 or 19 9%.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So you spent $2,000 on just one weapon level upgrade at the very end.
Yes, pretty much.
Holy fucking shit. Wow. Oh my god. Okay, and the thing is that it's not just the weapon. You've also got the other armor and everything like that. And I saw your gems too. Can you talk a little bit about your gems?
So the gems over here in Ozina are on when I was swiping, were averaging around 40 to 50k. So on average, a gem is around a little bit more than $100 per.
So I mean, really, whenever you think about it, these gems were only about $1,000.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
only.
no, yeah, but like the thing is, if you, it sounds like it's only $1,000, but like if you're going from 19 to 20 on a weapon, and that's $2,000 alone, getting a full setup of legendary gems for only $1,000, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it really is. Because I think
Yeah.
someone did the calculation, and per upgrade from 15 to 20 is like 4% DPS upgrade.
Okay.
And gems give you essentially like 30%.
Yeah.
Or around there.
So you were basically buying it on sale.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
buying it slowly actually. When it was like 40 to 42K, I would buy it. When it's 45, I was like, nah.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has a limit, right? Because you don't want to spend too much money or like waste your money or anything. No, I get that. I agree. Yeah, it's a good idea. And it's like you got all of these gems up to legendary. And are there any gems that you don't have, or are you just basically maxed out on gems now?
So you can definitely keep going on gems. Gems go up to level 10, I think, or 9, something like that. But imagining that like a level 8 gem is like $350 or so by itself, and I'm just like, I'll just stay with level 7. And then I was told that level 7 was just enough to, sustain
Wow.
me for a very long time already. So
But there is going to be a point where you upgrade to level 8, level 9, level 10 though, right?
yeah, but I'm
yeah.
definitely gonna be very patient with that. I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna make all get to tier 3 and siphon all the gems to my main, and
Yeah.
then upgrade through there. And yeah, rolling these gems is also very expensive because
I
it's
haven't
like,
done that. How does that work?
so when it comes to gems and rerolling, it'll cost you silver to RNG a skill to buff. So there are
Okay.
2 types of gems: a cooldown version and a damage version. And you have to basically, of course, if your strongest skills, you want to get both of those for that skill.
Yeah.
So this game in its RNG wants you to, out of all the abilities for your class, roll for that one skill you want,
Right.
and like over and over again.
So this
And
is
at
like
level-
it's like a 1 in 30 chance, 1 in 25, somewhere around there.
Yes, yeah, and you have to
Okay.
basically do it twice: one for the cooldown, one for the damage version.
Oh my god. So
Yeah.
wow, that is unbelievable. Okay. So that's a lot of
Yeah.
fucking money. And so you got the gems though, but you only have level 7 gems. So like, to be honest, like gems are probably the place that you spent the least amount of money, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. If you want the most damage for your money, gems are definitely the way to go, I think.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about your engravings. You have 4 level 3 engravings. And also, of
Yes.
course, all of your gear and everything like this is all, legendary gear. You got a +6, +7 stone. That's pretty good, too. Do you have all of the legendary books?
No, I did not. I only have the legendary books for the 2 I have equipped right now.
Oh, no, that's what I mean. So you have the 2 that you have equipped right now are already capped out at legendary. You've got all the epic ones and the legendary ones on top of that.
Yes. For
Okay.
those 2, yeah.
Holy shit, that's a lot. And so how much did that cost?
I actually bought these like yesterday and 2 days ago. Because for some reason the prices for them have been like going down like really fast.
Okay.
Like each firepower book over on Ozina was around 20K per,
Yeah.
but now they're at 11.5K, and I think it's mainly because of Argos and like legendary book drops and stuff like that.
Oh, so there's just more on the
And the event.
economy. Right. Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay, so
Yeah,
how much did you spend on the books then? Just overall, how much?
I want to say around 1,500 to 2,000.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
around
not-
there.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, and that's also a legendary book. You're never going to have to upgrade that, and you're done. So that's
Yeah,
probably,
yeah.
that's another good way to look at it. And, I mean, of course, you also have, I mean, this is, peanuts here, but you also, of course, have all of the transmog or the skins as well, too. Like, I'm looking at your secondary stats. Your wisdom, courage are also extremely high. So you've been playing the game a whole lot.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of my adventure tome. I have like 6 100%, and most of the other ones are plus 80.
So you've done
80%, yeah.
The 6 100%. How did you get them to 100%?
So there's 2 ways to well for this. There are only 2 sections. There's collectibles.
And did you use both ways?
Yeah. Both ways.
Both ways of whaling.
Yes, I did. Yes. So when it comes, so the main part you can well for are collectibles, where you just have to farm mobs forever and just like pray to God you get the RNG drop. These drops are on the market board, so I just bought all of them.
Yeah. I did this.
Another way. Yeah. Another thing is the Raptors. Ever since day 1, I've bought every card and Raptor chest from the shop. So I was able to get a lot of Raptor presents for people, and that's basically what boosted my percentages quite a bit.
That's a lot. Wow. And so do you think that you spent a substantial amount of money on that overall, or was it not really that much?
Compared to what I'm normally doing, this is barely anything.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, probably only like what, $300-500?
Yeah, around there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'd expect. Okay. Well, you know, a lot of people have more than a weapon. You do have the plus 20, plus 20 weapon that costs. And if you wanted to say, do you have an idea of how much the weapon from tier 3 start to plus 20 cost total? Like everything in tier 3.
That's a good question. At least, I want to say at least 5K by itself.
Wow.
With my RNG.
Okay.
My RNG
and
really
you got unlucky, right? So like
I got very
another
unlucky.
person who got lucky could maybe get a weapon like that and only spend 3K.
Yes, my one of my streamer buddies, I'm Starmy, she also streams. She was incredibly lucky on her pulls, on her upgrades, and I think she's only failed like 20 total times the entire way through on just her weapon. And I am super fucking jealous.
Oh my god. So basically she just got lucky and saved $2,000.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow. Okay. So that's how much of a difference it really is. So all of your gear here is plus 12 and plus 16. You've got a plus 18 chest piece. How much does this gear cost you total?
Ooh, so upgrading the pieces are actually really cheap. One thing I advise people to do is that if you want to upgrade your weapon, you need to use your solars for it. That's the best way to save money. And then instead of using your solars for your gear, you just slam it with just nothing, or you can max solar graces because those are the cheapest. The pants, I think I have it at like plus 17 or something. That was my first time. Or plus 16. That was my first time one-tapping a piece of gear that's post plus 13 or something.
Wow.
And yeah, it's because it's like a 10% chance.
That's not too bad. I mean, compared to a 3.
Yeah, exactly. And Guardian Stones or Guardian Shards are actually like really cheap. You just keep slamming it with attempts, and then you eventually get it through. The main problem is Honor Shards or Honor Leaf Stones.
Yeah.
Back when I was welling, they were not that expensive. They're like half the price. As
they're like
right
400 now. They're 700.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they weren't even 400. I think they were like 200.
Jesus.
When I was whaling. So
wow.
Yeah. So I was able to just straight up like keep buying the entire market board and just keep honing attempt over and over in the gear. So it was a lot less painful.
So you actually you saved money by whaling early.
Yes, by being impatient. Yup.
Well, that's smart. You know, it worked out for you. And you got all of this armor. And so if you were to collectively put the price, how much did you spend on the armor whenever you did do it?
Probably 1,200, less than 1,500 for sure.
Holy shit! And you got all of that?
Yeah. So essentially, when you get the Abyss hard mode gear and you gear transfer your 1370 to your 1340 gear, like your new legendary 1340 gear, yeah, it starts at 6. So the chances are really actually high again. So pushing to 12 tends to be pretty easy.
Yeah,
which
I
is
can
why,
see that.
Yeah, which is why my gloves, my shoulders, and my hat are all like plus 12. My body and the pants are the only piece that I really spent money on, I think.
Okay, yeah, so these other ones are just really easy to farm out. So, like, hypothetically, if you had your viewers to give you a bunch of stuff, you could get to 12 really easy, right?
Yeah,
They wouldn't even have to try that hard?
Yeah, you don't even need to try that hard, exactly.
Wow, that's great to know. I'm glad I know that now. Thank you. And so you've got also the necklaces, the earrings, everything like that. Some of these are actually quite good. Like you've got a grudge with keen blunt weapon as a stone, etc. Like, what's the story behind some of these jewelry pieces? Did you just roll these, or did you buy them? I'm assuming it's probably a combination.
Yes, I have never gone a drop. I've always bought these from the market board.
That's what it is.
Yeah, the main problem is so when you do chaos, the enhancements that you get from it, the engravings that you get from it are only for your class. And I play an artillerist, and no one plays artillerist. It's like less than 5% of the server is artillerist. Yeah. So that's why I have the firepower enhancement engraving on my character rather than it being on my accessories. That is exactly why. And then that's why I just mainly was able to buy stuff like grudge and keen blunt weapon as my accessories.
And how much did some of these resources cost? Or some of these jewelry pieces cost?
Each of them is definitely less than 100. They're pretty cheap. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very cheap compared to like a lot of the stuff I've done.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot cheaper. So the most expensive thing that you've done is just getting this weapon, right? This weapon is like the pinnacle value. Okay. Yeah, I would kind of expect and even hope for that. And so you've bought all that. Have you spent any money on these cards? I see that you have the one. Yeah. Where are we at with the cards?
So I mentioned before that in order to, I got a lot of my cards through just buying the cards in the store every day, and most of the time you get trash, but sometimes you get something good, and that's pretty copium. But that's why I live off of that. But the goal right now is to get 12 awakening. Are you familiar with the card system?
Yeah, basically you put the cards together, and then like the more duplicates you have, the more you can awaken the cards, and then the cards give you bonus effects and awakening bonuses.
Yes. So I'm not sure if you know, but...
Can you explain it just kind of in like a very rudimentary term for some of the newer viewers that might not really understand it as much?
Yeah, so a majority, I'm pretty sure all the card sets, if you have a 6-piece, it'll only give you like damage reduction bonuses or like small buffs that never really boost your attack. Unless you awaken it. If you have I think most of the time is like a 12 set awakening, I think, or like 9, 12, 15. And what awakening means is basically prestiging a pack or a card where you have to buy a duplicate to awaken it once. And when it's awakened twice, you have to use 2 duplicates to awaken it for the second time. Yep. If you want to awaken it a third time, you have to use 3 duplicates after that. So it's really painful. And this set that I'm running right now is what my goal is at the moment. And it's mainly because once you get a 12-piece awakening, you get like a 7% crit rate bonus.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah, and it's fairly F2P friendly, because you need 12 awakenings, but you can easily get 5 by camping a region's vendor.
Wandering merchant?
Like a wandering merchant, yes.
Yeah.
So that's 5 easy ones right there. But the other ones are all where the struggle comes from.
Okay.
You can get a few of them from doing like welcome challenge or doing like rap wars and stuff like that.
Right.
And the other one they can farm, quote unquote farm, is Soulless.
That's the one you have to make the new character for, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am honestly dreading that. I don't know if I want to go through with that, but I'm definitely missing 2 copies of him at the moment.
I see. I see. Okay, so
Yeah.
you've got to get all of those. And I'm looking at this. This is the Lost Wind Cliff set. And if you guys
Yes.
see here on screen, Lost Wind Cliff 6 set, 12-piece awakening, crit rate plus 7%. That's a lot, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's quite a bit.
And so how much money is that going to take?
So is gonna vary quite a bit because your RNG. Because
Yeah.
I've bought every car pack in the store,
Right.
and I'm like this far in with my RNG, but you can definitely get like a way different RNG than I have.
So you could get lucky and just get the other ones instead. Like, I've been trying to go for the Nature's Elemental set, and like I've just been super unlucky. I haven't gotten any of the epic ones, but I haven't really bought a lot of packs out of the store either, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think that, like, total, if you had to put together everything that you've spent on the game total, like if you want to look at the founders packs, the armor, the weapons, the jewelry, the engravings, the gems, the skins, the cards, everything, all of the stuff that you've put together and everything that you've spent money on, how much?
I don't know the exact amount, but I want to guess.
Or
So
do you not want to know?
I both. That's why I kind of ignore my bank account at the moment. So I want to guess around between 12 to 15K around there.
$12,000 to $15,000, and this game's only been out a month, right? So like you haven't really had that much time to do it. And so do you suspect that this month is going to be another $12,000 to $15,000 month?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Because
You
I
going
think
casual on
swiping
us now?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Because there's not really any point to at the moment. Like the only thing I can really well for is to increase my gear, but I love my I guess my defense.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I just care about damage.
I can respect and relate to that, definitely. And what's made you want to spend all this money in Lost Ark? Because you said you only spent 10,000 in Genshin, right? But now in Lost Ark, in just the month's time, you've already spent more than that by itself. And so what's caused you to want to do that?
I think it's mainly because for the past year or 2 years, I've been playing a lot of gacha games, and gacha games tend to be very repetitive and very boring over time. And when I first played Lost Ark, it kind of really reminded me how much I miss playing MMOs and co-op material.
Yeah.
Like I used to play a lot of 14, but I quit that like right before I started my gacha addiction. So yeah, I think I just really miss co-op and like playing with people, doing co-op content, doing raiding and stuff like that.
Well,
so
have you run into the problem where you're so high item level, there's nobody else that can even play with you?
Not really.
Really?
I've met some few other whales. And they're not necessarily so when I first got 1370, I tried to do the hard mode of the Abyssal Dungeon.
Yeah.
And I can definitely say that even if you're a whale, you can still be a trash player because
I know from personal experience.
I spent like 6 or 7 hours on the first level alone.
Yeah.
They were not good. They were not good. We even had to jump in a Discord call for me to do call outs, like get away from the swing mechanic, right?
So these guys just, they were like rushed to level 13, stronghold level 2, and they've just got their card out and they're just playing that game.
Yup.
I see that.
Yeah, so at least like a week later, like after weekly reset, a whole bunch of my guildies, my friends, some other streamers I know, reached 1370 or around 1370, and they were able to carry or be carried. So we actually we cleared that first level in literally less than an hour. So there's that.
So I guess, I mean, like 1370 is kind of a low item level compared to your level, right? Because like you're 60 levels above 1370. So what content do you really have access to now that you can do that other people can't do?
I'm not too sure about that because I've been playing with a lot of people trying to help them using my item level actually.
Yeah.
Like I go to Milwaukee many times a day to try to help like just pugs clear it if they want me to, and they like follow me throughout the channels, which is pretty funny.
So you actually spent the money more for, so more people, there's more people getting something out of your character than just you. So you're doing a public service.
Yeah, that's I enjoy helping other people,
but they won't listen. Yeah, absolutely. I totally get it, right? So it's like you are the Omega Whale, and all of those players that are trying to follow you from the different channels are like the little remoras that are attaching themselves to you.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I've been trying to help Milwaukee carries, and I was able to help my guildmates clear phase 3 of Argos, like first day. Like a bunch of our guildmates were like 1385, 1370s, and then we actually beat the phase 3 with a minute and a half left on Rage.
Wow.
Because me and 3 other people were able to carry pretty much.
Is the damage scaling that much higher? Like, how much more damage are you doing at 1430 with your current gem and engraving setup versus what you were doing? Like, have you seen what my gear would be like, right? Like, how much comparatively more damage would you do to just like a fresh 1370 character? Is it double or 50% more?
So I got MVP on the Argos raid, and I did 35% of the damage between all 8 of us. So I'm assuming I do like at least maybe 3 times or 2 to 3 times the damage with my engravings, gems, and weapon upgrades.
Holy shit. Holy shit, that's a whole lot. Wow, 35% in an 8-player raid. And the thing is...
35%, yeah.
Yeah, the thing is that if Argos, the final phase of Argos is 1400, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me you've got a whole guild of people that are 1400.
Oh, no. It's just like 3 other people in the guild that are 1400.
Oh, okay. You found the other people?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've actually known each other for quite a while, and they're mainly the reason why I started streaming in the first place.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's only like 4 other 1400s in a guild, and yeah, the rest are close to that or around the 1390s, 1380s area.
Are you the highest?
Me and this other streamer named, well, he's a former streamer. He's Oreo Pancakes. I'm not sure if anybody in chat knows him. He's a former Genshin player, but he's also 1430 as well.
So it's really the Genshin players that come in and they really like to, like, I feel like Genshin players, like, they understand this environment. It's like like a fish going from one pond to another pond.
Yeah, basically. We're just used to this damage. This. Yeah.
yeah. It's just you're conditioned for it already. Everything's totally normal. Everything's totally fine. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So, have you had a lot of people message you like negative or weird things, like maybe on your stream or in game after they see your character's gear?
Not really. They just ask me how the hell I got this high. They don't really like shit talk or anything, which is cool.
What do you tell them?
I just tell them I spent more than $5,000. That's your hint.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, you just stay honest. So you're not trying to tell them like, man, I've just got 5 alts and I'm playing and working my ass off. Did you have any other alts too?
I'm a huge slacker when it comes to my alts. I only have I have a 1336 Paladin, a 1056 Deathblade, and everything else is at like 600 or 826.
Yeah. Slacking around at 1336. Yeah, I could see that, definitely. Of course, absolutely. And how do you feel about how like Lost Ark? Because obviously there's been a lot of conversation about the release timing of Argos, the amount of money people feel like they have to spend, etc., to the game. What in general is your take on that?
So yeah, Argos is definitely way too early. Because a lot of people are definitely now 1370 and are nowhere close to 1400. So
yeah,
I was watching a stream earlier, and there was this video where we were missing like 3 sources of like gem income, I guess. And that is definitely what we're missing. And I really think that they should have probably released those first rather than Argos.
Yeah, so you're on the same page as me. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Absolutely. So
like, yeah.
Whenever there will obviously be a honing buff coming out, will that make you feel like worse or anything for like the amount of money that you spent on it, or do you just like not really care and you're just doing it for the fun of it?
I'm just doing it for the fun of it. I don't really care, to be honest.
Okay.
It's mainly because I just I enjoy helping the community out, I guess. Like I find carrying Milwaukee like really, really fun and like pleasing, and that's what I like doing. And carrying the guild to be able to kill phase 3 was also like really crazy to me. I think that it's empowering. Yeah, it feels amazing.
You're like Gandalf in the Fellowship.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So that's, and I want people to be definitely able to reach this eye level and reach this gear level, because it's a whole lot of fun, and I think everybody should be able to like witness this or like feel the power, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, definitely. Do you feel like you got your money's worth? Do you, like, looking back on it, do you regret spending the money at all or anything?
So
maybe the weapon.
I've spent so much money in many gacha games that I have quit. So regret is like, I don't feel anything from regret anymore.
Beyond
it's just
that. Those are human emotions, and you're beyond that.
Yeah, I'm just numb to the pain at this point.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, definitely. And so you'd like to see more of the other features come out to where free-to-play players can keep up and, not have to feel like they have to spend the money. So you're actually on the same page, even though you spend a lot of money in the game, etc. A lot of people in my chat are asking, besides streaming, do you have like a real job, or is this like how do you afford all this?
Yeah, so I have a main job. Yeah, my main day job. I'm a software developer that lives in Cali.
Okay, say no more. There you go.
Yeah, my daily schedule is basically like wake up, 8 hours of work, almost 8 hours of streams nowadays. Go to bed, rinse and repeat. That's
holy shit.
That's basic.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a lot. Wow.
I'm on the computer basically the entire day.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I definitely can, except for I don't have a real job. Yeah, so definitely. Well, what would you say to somebody who wants to spend money in the game, right? Like, let's say this is a person, and, like, I'm assuming, right? I mean, this person, like, I mean, I'm sure you probably make over 6 figures at your job. It's not a big deal. I think probably if you don't make over 6 figures in California, you're probably living in a box, right?
Yeah, pretty much. My rent is like $1,600 a month at the moment for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
Yeah, okay. So there you fucking go. And so how, like, what would you say to somebody who's like thinking about spending money on the game? Like, would you say to like wait for the new content? Would you say spend a little bit, etc.? Like, from everything that you've done, what would you say to them?
So for spending money, it really depends on like what financial situation you're in, but
yeah.
If you do want to spend money to push for more honing, more eye level, best I can say is to watch the market board prices, because like back then, before Argos was released and stuff like that, Chaos Gates really changed the market prices like daily, like by hundreds, and the Argos has only made it really, really bad recently. So if you really, really want to catch up an eye level and save money, best I can say is make alts, watch the market prices, and try to like find the cheapest prices for like to like swipe on basically, and also the gem prices and the currency exchange.
Yeah,
if you really want to go that route.
I guess I can see that, definitely. And I think the last thing I'd want to ask is, like, is there anything else that you would want to add as you've experienced the game? You played it over a month now. You've spent a lot of money. You've invested in it, literally, you know, time and financially. Is there anything else you'd want to say?
I don't know. I just want to say maybe, like, to be patient with the game, I guess. Because definitely people are going to be ahead of you. Definitely people are going to be behind you. And being patient is definitely what we need to do right now, especially with the lack of resources. Because, yeah, the resources are very dry at the moment. And I think that's what everybody needs to do when it comes to any game they play that has updates, like monthly updates.
And that's what you're doing,
Patience,
right? Because you're being patient with, like, not going all the way up to 1490.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course. And so you're following your own advice. Have you seen somebody with a higher item level than you?
There are a few. I saw that screenshot in EU.
Yeah.
That 1490 dude. I've seen another well in our server. His name is Mega Shield. He got banned for RMT. He also made an alt called Ultra Shield, apparently, where he is swiping legit this time, and he is way more of a well than I am. He's probably spent 3 to 4 times more money than I have, because he's basically gone from the ground up as a well twice.
Oh
yes.
My god. And what do you have any idea what item level he was originally, like, or anything?
He had a plus 20 weapon when he got banned, I'm pretty sure.
And so he had to start over from that?
Yeah, I'm surprised he actually came back to the game, because I would have probably moved on or something.
I think that's what most people would do.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Oh my god. And so he's just his name's Ultra Shield?
Yeah, like it was Mega Shield, and now it's Ultra Shield, I think, his new character.
Okay, so he's coming back bigger and better than ever.
I guess so.
Oh my god, wow, that's an unbelievable. Okay, well listen, man, I want to say thanks a lot for coming on and talking to me and everything. I know obviously the whaling and the pay-to-win aspects of the game has been very contentious. There's been a lot of people talking about it, etc. I just want to say, guys, the person I'm talking to here is Assy. Your Twitch name is just ASSY, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So you guys can follow him and keep up with his 1430 adventures and find out if he's going to be able to carry you through the frog and Punica monkey. Is that about it?
Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, it was a huge pleasure being here, dude. I never would have thought I'd be able to talk to you like this. But I appreciate the opportunity.
I appreciate you coming on and talking about it, man. Like, I'm actually really glad just to see somebody who's just a normal fucking guy come on, talk about what they're doing with their time. So I really do appreciate you doing that, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, dude. Have a good one.
You too, man.
Yeah, good luck with your honing.
Thanks, man. I'll need it, or at least the chat will need it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'll see you later, man. Peace.
See ya. Peace.
Oh, my God. What a fucking adventure. What a fucking adventure. Oh my god. Wow, what a chill dude. That's crazy. Beta one interview, good interview. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Zeals wants to call you. Do I follow him on Twitter? I mean, I can call him. It's because I just don't know if that's ever a thing. But like, I don't know if it's like, oh, want to call me or like not or whatever, like anything like that. Yeah, because I'm just not really sure. I just assume it's like, you know, streamers or viewers trying to, like, you know, force content or something like that. And so yeah, that's it. And 15K in 1 month. Yeah, 15K in 1 month, guys. That's it. Have you seen all the bots questing in the main story with speed hack and shit? No, I haven't seen that. Yeah, I just need a DM on Twitter to know what's really going on, right? Because, like, that's the better way for me to look at it and keep track of everything. And yeah, I like doing the interviews and stuff like that. I think that it did pretty I think that went pretty fucking well. And software developers, man, that's remember what I said before about there's a lot of guys in their 20s to 30s that have a decent job and they don't really do a whole lot. They don't go out and spend money on like a bunch of bullshit. So they just have a bunch of extra money, right? Like these guys, like if you're a software developer in Cali, there's a good chance that guy's making over 200 grand a year. So if he's making over 200 grand a year, you got to think about it. Like this is a guess, right? Let's say it's 100%, right? You've got thousands of dollars left over. You have so much money left over to spend. No, it's not 200K. No, it depends, right? I mean, like software developer, let's say way more than 200K. Sure, let's say it's $350,000. Okay, just because like we're gonna go back and forth and back and forth, right? That's like $30,000 a month, somewhere around there, I think. So like, yeah. So if you're making $30,000 a month, let's say, spending $15,000 in a month isn't really that big of a deal. Gas prices, etc. Yeah, well, it's like whenever you're making that much money, the gas prices are just irrelevant. It could be $40 a gallon. If you're making $30,000 a month, it really just doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people that are like really, really well off, and it's kind of hard to keep the context of what it's really like a small dollar increase for an everyday commodity is like for a person like that versus a person who's, you know, making maybe $15 an hour. Yeah, that's it. Out of touch rich people, got it. Well, there's a lot of people like that, right? I mean, for sure, definitely. Spending half your monthly income on a game is kind of a problem, though. Yeah, but I think there's a lot of people that spend half their monthly income on some form of entertainment. I think that's really what it comes down to. It's some form of entertainment. So that's why I mean, I'm not saying it's okay or not okay. I'm just saying it is what it is. That's really all it comes down to. Yeah, it just simply is what it is.